Hey everybody, my name is Joey Fight. I'm the founder of thephysicaleducator.com, and in this video what I'd like to do is talk about why schools should be rethinking their PE uniform policies. So take a second just to think about why your school even enforces such a policy. Chances are that answers that popped into your head may have included things such as safety, hygiene, or appropriate attire. Ultimately, what school uniform policies try to promote is safe participation in physical activity. But here's the thing, PE uniform policies may actually be hindering participation in PE class. Research suggests that school policies that require secondary students to change for PE have a negative effect on those students' enjoyment of physical education and may actually contribute to a decline in physical activity levels throughout those lessons. Even worse, uncomfortable uniforms can negatively impact physical self-esteem in secondary girls. There's simply no evidence that actually suggests that students changing out for PE improves participation in physical education. And that said, these policies continue to exist, continue to be enforced, and continue to negatively affect our students' grades. Listen, I am not anti-uniform. Appropriate footwear is essential for safe participation in physical activity, and I want my students to move and play without feeling restricted or endangered by the clothes they are wearing. All I'm saying is that we need to ask ourselves whether or not our current school policies are truly serving our students based on the evidence that is out there, and be willing to accept the fact that there might be better ways that are grounded in caring and compassion to approach these situations. Personally, I've always found that the best way to get people to care about something is to help them understand the why behind it. During the first unit of my school year, my students and I discussed what it means to be responsible in physical education and beyond. And using our character shield graphics that I created for my gym, we brainstormed different ways of being responsible in PE class. Wearing your uniform for class is always brought up by my students as an example of a responsible behavior. But why is it important to get changed for PE? To me, there are four main reasons. The first has to do with being healthy. Personal hygiene plays an important role in physical health, and as we exercise, our bodies release sweat, oils, and dead skin cells that can accumulate in the clothes we're wearing. These byproducts of physical movement can foster the development of bacteria that can cause odor and damage our skin. By wearing a separate set of clothes when engaging in physical activity, we put ourselves in a better position to maintain the health of our skin, to feel great, and to contribute to an odor-free environment. The second reason is to feel free. Wearing athletic clothing that is appropriate for physical activity allows us to experience movement through our full range of motion. This means that we can push ourselves further into our learning and discover new ways of moving through space. This is important because it helps us become more comfortable in movement and gain a better sense of what our bodies are capable of doing. As we discover new ways that we can move, we grow our confidence both in physical activity settings and beyond. The third reason has to do with safety. When we wear clothing that is inappropriate for physical activity, we run the risk of having our movement restricted or finding ourselves slipping, tripping, or falling over because of our choice of dress. Appropriate clothing means that we're wearing clothes that won't get in our way and that will perform as expected, so we're not just slipping and sliding all over the place. This keeps us safe by preventing injuries that may result in us having to miss out on opportunities to be active. Finally, the fourth reason has to do with being ready. We never know when adventure can come knocking on our door. Opportunities to be active can present themselves at any time, and that's why we want to make sure that when they do, we're ready for them. This means working hard on developing the competence we need to confidently jump into adventure, and also developing habits that support participation in physical activity. Habits that include those related to dressing appropriately for physical activity, like choosing clothes to maximize our range of motion, or taking weather and terrain into account when selecting the clothes to wear, and keeping active clothing on hand, for example, in your locker, in the trunk of your car, or at your office, so that you're always ready to squeeze a few extra active minutes into your day. To help my students remember the why behind asking them to change out for PE, I created this set of visuals to display in my gym. Throughout the year, we revisit the graphics and discuss how changing seasons and weather can affect how we dress. All of this is done to help my students understand rather than just comply. It comes from a place of caring and it works because of compassion. If you'd like to learn more, access those graphics I shared, or see how I deal with students showing up out of uniform, be sure to check out the blog post that I linked in the description below. I hope this video helped spark some reflection and has served you well. Once again, my name is Joey Fight from thephysicaleducator.com. Thanks so much for watching, and happy teaching.